Okay, I figured it out. Everyone, I figured it out. I know what I'm doing. Okay, I think maybe. All right. I'm gonna leave.
What? Yeah, if they're about to.
Shut up. I don't know who's talking, but whoever it was, shut up. All right, here we go. So we're just gonna play around. So the idea for the videos, or the idea for Wednesday when I want to stream, is to just scroll through social media as an excuse to doom scroll. I also have a lot of things to say. Usually, whenever I scroll through social media, I tend to yell things. I usually tend to just talk to myself because I have opinions, but I don't actually, have anyone to talk to about it. Um, so I just end up ranting to myself. But I feel like some people might benefit from my rants. So the first thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and gonna promote my own Discord server that you guys can click on. You should be able to click on it on the link tree, as far as I'm aware. I haven't played with any of these bots in a long time. I haven't played with any of these bots since I first made the when I first made fucking the server, which I think was, let's see, when was this? August of 20. So it's been almost a year. So I've had this server for almost a year now, and I haven't played any of these since then, since August 18th. No, I understand that because he has played, when we look at what was it? So you look at The Boys, you look at Breaking Bad, you even look at Once Upon a Time, which is the first thing that I saw him in. Like, I think that Once Upon a Time is a good example of. I mean, because Giancarlo has played other roles, like back before you could say he was famous, which he's even talked about, like how Breaking Bad saved his like life. But the AI adaptations of One Piece go hard. I don't even. I've never seen an AI adaptation of One Piece. I mean, I also haven't watched One Piece, so I don't know. But as for Giancarlo, like, I think that he can do other roles, but some of his early roles were comedic roles, and they were as serious. As soon as he got into Breaking Bad, that was like his, oh, look at how much of a good actor I can be. And then he, did Once Upon a Time, like I said, that was the first thing that I seen him in. And I think that, to me, is a good example of a role I would like to see him in, where he's still a bad guy, and he's still sort of, he has that cold, calculating feel to him, but he's a little, goofy, because he played the Magic Mirror. And like I said, I think it was really good, and then he went, playing The Boys. We see him as, what's his name, Edgar, I forgot what his name is, but Edgar, fuck, I forgot what his name is. I want to say Edgar Allan Poe, and I know that's not right because that's a fucking poet. But anyways, Stan Edgar, that's what it is. It's Stan Edgar. So he's playing Stan Edgar on The Boys now, and I really like his role in The Boys. I don't know if I necessarily, and again, this is just me because I haven't seen Giancarlo play anything. I haven't seen him play in too much. I've only seen him in 3 or 4 things, and so because of that, if he plays a cold calculating villain in the MCU, I don't think I would mind that, just because I know that that is the role that he plays, and I know that he's really good at it. And I love his voice. I would love to hear him give a really solid MCU speech. That's really what I would want from Giancarlo Esposito, is just a really good bad guy speech in the MCU. I think that would be fantastic. Then again, like you said, and I get a lot of people are like, oh, he kind of plays the same character, give him other roles. Like, he's had other roles before, you know what I mean? Like, because he's had other roles before, I feel like if especially with the level of fame that he's at now, with being known as Gus from Breaking Bad, with being known as Stan Edgar from The Woods, I feel like if he really didn't want to play the role that he's been given, the typecasting that he's been given, I feel like he wouldn't. It just, in my opinion, you know what I mean? I feel like he'd be like, no, let me play a fun guy. Because even there was, what was it? That commercial that he just did with Spike Lee. He just did a commercial with Spike Lee, and that commercial was both him and Spike Lee being super goofy. You know what I mean? Like, they were just kind of having, I was like, what was it? It was like an Audi's commercial or something like that. I forgot what it was. It was a car commercial, I think. But he was just being super calculating with it, you know, or he was being super uncalculating. He was just being goofy and fun and having a good, you know, good fun time with Spike Lee. And I feel like if he wanted to do more roles like that, he absolutely could. That's just my opinion, though. Like I said, we're going to wait for the Jubilee video, get out of Discord, and we'll go over to Instagram just to see if there's anything important. I doubt it because Instagram kind of sucks lately. I mean, just in my opinion. This is the only reason why I have Instagram. Alright, DC official. Join. Oh, what's that? Okay. So, basically all the superheroes become Batman. Absolute Power. Never heard. Oh, it's a new series, that's why. I love the designs for all of these, though. First of all, anything with Martian Manhunter, I love this design. This looks great. I like that Aquaman has a bunch of armor on him. I'm not quite sure why, though, because as far as I'm aware, the orange is armor. Like, I just feel like it's a little extra, because the orange is supposed to be scales. Wonder Woman looks great. Superman looks pretty fine. I can't. Exactly the same. He looks like a racer. And then Hal Jordan is just in a plane. Is this a metaphor for the artists and writers having a fight? I don't even see how that would work. But yeah, I like the suits. Absolute Power #1. I might read that. Chat, should I read that? Remember? Oh, I hate the internet. I saw this on Twitter. A lot of people. Like, can we talk about this image? I saw it on Twitter, and so this was posted on. I'm sure it was made ironically, but people on Twitter started posting this unironically, and it's so sad because half of these people wouldn't be here. First of all, Naruto's not here. Ben Shapiro, yeah, he'd fucking be here. Why the fuck is Superman? Also, I don't even know what version. Like, I don't know what game that's from. That's clearly from some sort of game, Superman. I have no idea. But also, Superman would not be here. Spider-Man would not be here. Fucking Squidward. Like, I don't get how somebody unironically posted this. That's what made it funny to me. Like, this is very clearly a joke, right? But people on Twitter were taking it seriously. There was also, I just seen, Fox News was taking a video, and it's the stupid TikTok trend where you, like, AI yourself into doing, like, the really stupid, crazy dance. I'm sure we'll find it once we show on TikTok, but it was Fox News, and they legitimately thought that the individual was dancing because it was like a meme where it was like a senator did the trend because Donald Trump got arrested. I think it was because Donald Trump got convicted of the felonies. They like did the meme, and they were like, the Fox News was like, this senator seen dancing on TikTok. I'm like, he's fucking. Do you really think he's dancing? It was so embarrassing. Like, the fact that there were so many old people that take shit like this seriously. This is why I don't have a Facebook, by the way, because I know for a fact that if I had a Facebook, I know that I would be seeing these memes, and they would be posted so unironically, like a fucking Squidward. I can't with fucking Squidward. Why is Squidward there? All right. Anyways, that's enough for me on fucking Instagram. Let's go to Reddit because Reddit's gonna be so much better. I think The Boys should end next season. Well, okay, so The Boys wouldn't end next season regardless because the plan was always for it to go for 5 seasons, because there are 5 volumes of The Boys. Like, so in the same way that Invincible is pretty much going exactly by the book, even though The Boys is changing a lot of, the story, it's still kind of following the same beats. And so The Boys initially was always to go for 5 seasons. However, Eric Kripke basically was like, I don't know how many seasons it's gonna go for. I'm taking back what I said about it being 5 because I don't know. Now he did clarify. He was like, and that doesn't mean I want to keep it going forever. I'm just saying I don't know. And I'm assuming based on his response, there was a response he made on Twitter where he was basically like, I didn't say I was gonna milk the franchise. I said I just don't know how long it's gonna be. To me, that meant that Amazon is probably going to want to milk the fuck out of The Boys, and Eric Kripke is just going to stay on as a showrunner, which, to be fair, I would do that too. If, a company's like, hey, you want to work on this show and we'll give you money, you know what I mean? Like, I totally get it. So, I think that seems to be kind of what he was insinuating, but, you never know. And then somebody on Twitter also posted the other day, they were like, it would be really cool if, the next season or two, they follow their original plan and kill Homelander finally, and then the last, few seasons, like, if you wanted to keep going on for a few seasons, you would then make Billy Butcher the bad guy for the next, which is, again, exactly where the book goes, really. If you haven't read The Boys books, I don't recommend it. They're not, super great. I mean, if you like teenage, edgy stuff, then I guess they're fine, but there's not a lot of substance in them. There's a lot of substances, but there's not a lot of substance. But, in terms of The Boys comic, after Homelander eventually did get beat by Billy became the bad guy and completely obliterated the boys. So my assumption when the show came out, I was going to assume the fact that they were going to do that. Probably this season or at least halfway through, or not this season, but I would imagine season 5 they'd probably keep Anthony Starr on just because, he's the main guy. Let's be honest, even though Billy's technically the main character, Homelander's the main character of the Boys. He's the most popular, even though he's the antagonist, he's the most popular one, so I wouldn't see them completely removing Anthony Starr. And so because of that, I would imagine that, this season, they'll do the same formulaic season of, we gotta defeat Homelander. Oh, we're gonna argue. Oh, we broke up. Oh, we come back together. We didn't defeat Homelander, but we'll get him next time. They'll do that same basic thing that they've been doing, which I enjoy, by the way, for the record. I absolutely enjoy the stupid, we'll get him next time. I don't know why that's so fun to me. The idea of the bad guy constantly outwitting the good guy and then them just being like, and then using what they've learned to do it even better. I don't know. The back and forth is fun to me. I've always enjoyed that. I think it reminds me of, old cartoons when, Tom and Jerry. Tom never catches Jerry, and when he does, Jerry escapes and then they do the whole thing again. That's just fun to me. And so what I would imagine, if they are going to milk it, I wouldn't expect them to milk it past season 7. I wouldn't expect them to go to double digit. Absolutely don't expect them to go to double digit seasons. Without a doubt, I think that they will absolutely at least end it by seasons 7 or 8 time frame. I think 8 to 6, 8, 7 seasons is probably going to be where they stop it. And I think what they'll probably do is, like I said, they'll take Billy and they'll make him the bad guy for the last few seasons. That's just that's just my opinion. That's what I'm assuming is going to happen. All right, give me 1 second, chat. You guys look at this thing while I answer a phone call.